Amidst the golden halls, Loki stood apart. He watched the joyous Asgardians. Hear the legends of Asgard, where golden halls touched the heavens. Thor's hammer brought thunderous victory. From shattered halls, Loki watched the joyous feast. He, the trickster, felt no kinship. But even in this realm of gold and glory, shadows lingered. A restless spirit, the Vanir, came forth, a force of nature's fury against Asgard's might. Loki, the trickster, watched the clash of gods from his desolate perch. The shadow of conflict stretched long, even into Asgard's sacred halls. For Loki, this ancient heritage was a source of great internal strife. Deep within the mountain's heart, dwarven smiths toiled in fire and smoke. In shadows, Loki listened closely. Loki's eyes widened, pupils constricting as envy intensified. His brow furrowed with rage. Gaples. Loki, the trickster, strode forth with a sly grin. He offered a challenge to the dwarven smiths.
In the fiery heart of the mountain, great Brock labored.
From the heart of the mountains, a prophecy was whispered.
Loki, ever the trickster, transformed into a fly, a buzzing shadow in the forge. Atri, the dwarven smith, forged a mighty hammer. A sudden distraction made his grip slip.
From the heart of the forge, a new life begins to stir.
From the ancient fires, the dwarves wrought a treasure of unimaginable power. The dwarven blacksmith stood, weary yet proud, before the assembled gods.
Loki, the trickster, stepped forth. He spoke with a sly smirk.
All eyes turned as the treasures were revealed. The court murmured with awe. With solemn words, Odin declared the dwarves' creations superior. Odin's decree echoed through the great hall, announcing the dwarves' triumph. Loki's confident smirk faltered.
Loki had wagered his head and lost.
Now Brock demanded his payment.
But Loki's cunning mind sought escape. I bet my head, not my neck. You cannot take my head without harming my neck. The dwarves insisted on their terms.
This bet was fairly made.
Odin watched from his throne, his judgment unreadable.
From the shadowed halls, Odin watched the trickster's desperate pleas.
Thus the dwarves seized Loki, their anger a fiery forge.
Brock, with needle and thread.
With cruel intent, they pierced his lips, stitching his fate in agony.
Thus the treacherous god Loki was bound for his crimes. His mouth was sewn shut with dark thread.
Thus, Loki's fate was sealed, his cunning voice silenced. In the halls of Asgard, Loki's whispers wove through the unsuspecting gods.
Loki, the trickster, leaned close to Odin, whispering unseen words into the very fabric of fate. Dark clouds gathered over Asgard, foretelling visions of coming discord. Loki, the trickster, watched the Aesir bicker.
Asgard's sky darkened, foretelling a grave destiny.
Odin, the All-Father, what?
Loki, the trickster, wove his silken words, stirring doubt in Thor's heart.
Dark clouds gathered over Asgard. Thor strode confidently into Odin's great hall.
Yet, even as the storm gathered, he saw a darker vision, a growing rift. Over Asgard, dark clouds gathered, foretelling dire visions in Thor's troubled dreams. As dark clouds gathered over Asgard, Odin tossed in troubled sleep. His dreams, dark clouds gathered, obscuring Asgard's golden light, an ominous vision of thunderous doom. Upon Asgard's edge, Heimdall stood, a grim watchman. His piercing eyes saw the doom approaching. Dark clouds gathered over Asgard, and a whisper of dread stirred the hearts of its people. The dwarves Brok and Eitri, masters of the forge, watched their creations sow chaos. Brok and Eitri stood amidst their silent forge. Their hearts ached with despair. The mighty spear of destiny, Gungnir, lay shrouded in gloom. Its gold. The dwarven brothers, Brok and Eitri, stood in their darkened forge.
A chilling truth.
Thus, even Asgard, jewel of the 9 realms, began its slow descent into shadow. Ancient prophecies spoke of this twilight, when the golden light would fade. Even a realm of gods may know ruin. Asgard, once bright, now begins to fade. Even the gods' pathways begin to crumble, fading into shadow. Odin watched Loki, doubt clouding his ancient eye. A king's burden, a father's fear. Within his great hall, Odin sensed a creeping shadow. Odin's weary gaze reflects a grief too deep for words. Loki's innocent laughter haunts his mind. Odin watched with mounting dread. A cunning smirk played on Loki's lips. With cruel precision, the dwarves sewed Loki's mouth. His cries became muffled screams.
But with the binding complete, his defiance would not last.
Yet, even as wit sparked, a darker shadow grew. But Loki's trickery had a cost, a debt to be repaid. Loki, ever the trickster, sowed discord with whispered words. His cunning sparked fiery disputes among the gods. From shadowed alcoves, Loki watched as discord spread like wildfire among the gods.
Loki, the trickster,
wove deceit into the threads of fate.
even as great Odin sought counsel, a darker cunning stirred.
Whispers of unseen foes twisted the very air.
In Asgard's hallowed halls, Odin sat, his gaze lost in the fire's ancient glow. Odin, All-Father of Asgard, strode through his echoing hall, the weight of ages upon him. Odin, All-Father of Asgard, watched his son Loki. He saw not the trickster god, but a boy. Before the well of Urd, Odin gazed deep into its ancient waters. There, the All-Father saw his younger, reckless self. And so, Loki's heart, consumed by a darkness born of envy, began its fateful transformation. Yet, Loki always stood apart, overlooked in his own right. Loki stood poised on the precipice, consumed by the fiery abyss. An unseen force held him back.
Loki's whispers began as a serpent's hiss.
They slithered between kin, poisoning pure hearts.
From the depths of time, the Norns weave the destinies of gods and mortals.
Yet, a shadow fell. Loki's whispers twisted faith's loom.
The Norns, weavers of fate, struggled as threads of destiny began to fray. Loki's whispers began to poison the hearts of the gods. Loki's lies fueled discord, dividing even the steadfasts. Thor and Sif. As Loki's lies entangled all, even the gods knew no peace. Loki's whispers sowed discord, poisoning the hearts of gods. Families fractured, Asgard's golden towers crumbled, shrouded in darkness. Doom's shadow fell upon the realm. Gungnir, the spear of Odin, now pointed towards the heavens. Upon Asgard's darkened lands, Loki stood in frozen despair. Gungnir, Odin's spear, now held the fate of Asgard.
In Asgard's darkening halls, Loki's cruel smile promised cunning plans. From fractured realms, a storm gathers strength. Dark clouds swirl.
In those days, a shadow fell upon Asgard, upon the very bridge of Bifrost. Odin, All-Father of Asgard, stood resolute against the encroaching shadows. His wise eye surveyed the battlefield.
The twilight of gods approached.
Asgard, once vibrant, now lay fractured under an ominous sky.
From the broken earth, new life began to emerge, a testament to enduring hope.
Yet even in Asgard, shadows began to stir.